So you want to build a house. Welcome to the podcast by Statera Homes. I'm Scott Daly, and I'm here with my co-host, Jacki Kovaleski.
Hi, Scott.
How are you, Jacki?
I'm great. How are you?
So glad to be here today.
Oh, that's good.
We're happy to have everyone listening in to today's episode. What are we talking about today?
Are you going to, I'm going to say it, and then you're going to say, no, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about base price versus final price.
So that's not what we're talking about.
I knew you were going to say that.
Right. So what we're really talking about is understanding costs, builder pricing, and the whole thing. So if you're looking into buying a new home, what is it ultimately going to cost me to get the new home I want and get settled and get the keys and move in and start my life in my new space? What does that really cost? So today I don't have any paper in front of me. You can't see that because this is a podcast. But if you could, you would know that Jacki is trying to impose strict controls over this episode.
Yeah, this is a surprise episode.
Surprise episode.
It doesn't matter because you don't use the paper I give you anyway.
Wow.
So I should just not give you paper.
That hurt.
For the remainder of
I
our
appreciate
episodes.
your honesty.
You're welcome.
Sort of.
Well, we're going to play a game.
I love games.
Okay. It's kind of a guessing game. And what I did is I went on the Sussex County, not yet.
No.
Also wrong.
Darn it. Do I get a buzzer? Wait a minute. Can I have a buzzer? If we're going to play a game,
No.
I want a buzzer.
I already said rule number 1, no chewing in the microphone. Rule number 2 is no talking when I'm talking.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you. So what you're going to do is I'm going to give you, see, you messed me all up. I have 3 builders. That's where I was starting off. Thank you. You can talk a little bit if you want.
Oh, okay. So 3 builders.
Yeah. And I went on the Sussex County website and I found in the last month what the closing costs were for these builders in certain neighborhoods and what they were advertised as for their base model.
Right. So we're talking about lot home packages, right? So I walk into a community, there is a builder, there is maybe a model home, and I'm going to build a house in that community. And when the house is built, I'm going to buy the lot and the house from the builder. And this is a common practice here in Sussex County and actually all over the place. That you walk in, there's no choice in the builders. You buy your lot home package from the builder. So that's what we're talking about, right?
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
All right.
Good.
I don't have the
We're on the
paper.
same
I
page.
need to understand.
No, that was a great clarification. So there's a selection of homes that you can build in certain neighborhoods.
Right.
Not you, the builder, obviously. And you can pick from those homes. They advertise them at a base price. So you think, I like that home. That's a doable price. Let's move forward. Well, what you don't know is that by the time you get to the final price, is that the term we want to use?
Sure.
It can be a lot different. It could be different as in a lot higher.
Really?
So what I'm going to do is, and what I found is that I guess I kind of gave you a clue as to what direction these numbers move, but I'm going to tell you the range in prices of the base models, and then you have to guess the closing price range.
Okay. I can do
Does
this.
that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm saying the base ones. You're saying what they ended up being.
Okay.
The houses. Okay. So builder number 1, they advertise at $354,000 to $415,000.
Okay. So that's the base price. So the final sales price, I would say, is like $380,000 to $440,000.
That was a good guess, but it didn't even overlap in the average base price. So it was $350-ish to $415, but the closing prices were $436 to $488.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. And this is just in the last month, so it's not like I searched for these things. These aren't outliers. It's just kind of just picked a bunch, and that was the range.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we've got $295 to $330.
$295 to $330, so $350 to $400.
So that one actually was $330 to $383, which that's good, right?
Well, I had to up my guess.
I know it's okay, but that shows us that sometimes it's not exponentially high, but other times it is.
Still, it's a lot higher.
It still is a lot higher, and it goes $53,000 over that range that they advertise.
Right.
Okay, builder number 2. So we've got 430 to 555.
So 480 to 570.
Yeah, so this one is actually, it was 430 to 555 is the
Right.
base.
But I figured no one's buying that 550 house. Nobody buys that. Come
Okay, well, the closing prices were 555 to 764. So it actually
Wow.
was the end of the advertised range
on.
plus
So the
over 200,000 more.
So if I understand you correctly, in that scenario with that builder, the least expensive house that settled in that community last 30 days was 550,000. But if you go at the advertised sales price, the most expensive advertised sales price doesn't buy you the least expensive house.
Correct.
Wow.
And this next one, I'll even give it to you. It's even way worse. So it's 410 to 494 was the advertised. And
Just tell me.
Do you want to? Okay. It was 643 to 850.
850.
Yeah.
So wait, what was the highest starting price?
494.
So 494. So what you're telling, and so if you double 494, you'd be at
That'd be 980.
980. So under any scenario, they added $400,000 in upgrades to a $400,000 house. They doubled their house.
Yeah. And that, I mean, it makes you think what could possibly, what needs to be tagged on to that base price for those people to feel like they can finally end
like
their
you
process? Like, I finally have the house I want.
And you must wonder, like, when they walked in that model, looking at that $400,000 and some house, did they think they were going to walk out with, what is it, 8?
Let me see. I lost my place. Yeah, 850.
850.
That's insane.
It's high dollar.
There's a lot of questions. I have so many questions.
Right?
I mean, we could keep.
I think you've made your point.
I made my point. I'll give you one more example. In the next neighborhood, we've got 482 to 567, and then they offer one house at around 630. Okay, and then I picked a random house and it closed at 810. So even if they picked the 630 house, which I hope they did,
they put $180,000 worth of upgrades.
Great math, by the way.
Thank you. I got, I'm a good learner. The first time I screwed up, the second time I did. So what is interesting is that when you're looking at new construction, there's a couple of, so the takeaway is, hey, if you have $350,000 to spend and you walk in a model and the prices are at $350,000, you're not buying in that neighborhood.
Right. Well, it depends on the builder, right?
Okay. So let's unpack that.
Well, maybe not. You're right. It could lead into our next topic. Do you want to do that?
Well, I think if there's anything, it's, we keep saying this in this podcast, the base price doesn't matter.
No,
right?
It doesn't.
If you're talking about an average house having a couple $100,000 worth of upgrades, or even $60,000 in some of those more reasonable scenarios. And look, it doesn't mean, we're not saying that the person that spent $800,000 doesn't have an amazing house and it isn't worth every penny.
Right. And it's not that they didn't want to do that. Maybe they did.
Right. I mean, I don't think anybody was like threatening them, like, you have to buy this house. Like, I hope they're happy in their house. And it might be the perfect house for them. And if they can afford it, then go for it. Yay, them. So I don't think we want to sound insanely negative. But I think what we do want to say is, look, base price just isn't that relevant. And it's advertised everywhere.
Oh, my God. It's everywhere.
Right?
Well, I mean, the fact that I went just a month back, I picked all the closings, and this is what I came up with. The ranges didn't even match up to the base price ranges.
Right. And just so you think that Jacki is a professional identity thief, I would like to let you know that real estate transactions, including the price, are public record.
Public record.
Just about everywhere in the United States, but certainly in Sussex County, Delaware, which is... So what Jacki did is perfectly legal, and you can do it from your house on the internet as well. She's not a creeper. She's not breaking any laws. She's accessing public information.
Yeah.
All on the up and up.
That's a good call. Thank you.
She's diligent, and she is... Do Do not accuse her of a crime.
It's just a little bit of detective work. Actually, really lazy detective work. I just
say,
did a month
so
of...
that means you opened a web browser
I opened
at
it
the
up
office.
and I wrote things down. That's what I did.
She did write, though, with a pen, which is good.
Old school.
Old school. Ink. How about it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that now that, no one is calling for Jacki's arrest out there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
I
so...
hope not.
Well, not for that, anyway.
God.
Let's just... let's be accurate in our conversation. So what we mean is, hey, look, those base prices...
Great math, by the way.
Thank you. Don't correlate very well to what you're actually going to pay in most cases. Some cases better than others. Some cases not at all.
Most cases.
But
it's really, I like that you said some cases not at all.
So maybe our base prices aren't the lowest thing in the world. But again, it's not where you start, it's where you finish.
That's right, Scott.
So the key is Statera has a different set of standard features than most other builders. Statera has a different price structure where our base price, because of the standard features, is a little higher, and therefore you have to account for that and say, oh, they're an expensive builder, but they might not be an expensive builder because, again, where you finish is what counts. That's what you actually pay. No one pays the advertised price. So the base price just doesn't mean anything.
Right. To give an example, if you came in to us and you said you wanted XYZ on this house, and you went into another builder and you said X, Y, and Z on this house, you would be surprised about where you come in on the final price for each.
Right.
As compared to the base price, because most builders do advertise a smaller base price.
Right. So, for example, you want a painted maple kitchen, and the builder might say, well, our standard is a stained oak kitchen cabinet. And you say, well, I wanted painted maple. And they're saying, we'd be happy to give you painted maple. Look at these beautiful samples, and you look at the samples, and you love them. And then you get one, and you're like, okay, but you had to pay, X thousands of dollars more for those cabinets. And then you walk into a Statera model, and you say, well, painted maple cabinets. We look at you, and we go, boom, done.
Yeah.
What's that going to cost?
Yeah, what
me?
else?
Hey, you already paid for it. We're going to be honest. You already paid for it. It's in the base price. We're not going to say it's free.
No.
We're just going to say, look, you already paid for it. We're not going to charge you an upgrade for that. So
right. The whole free thing, that's a whole nother episode.
Right.
We'll talk about deceptive marketing, which
Yeah.
is going to be a fun one.
Fun.
I'm excited for that. Are there any other factors that can really add to the final sales price of a house?
Well, obviously, I think hopefully if you're adding a bunch of options, you're getting this beautiful home that you love. But one of the other big time expensive things that seems to creep up on a lot of these houses is the lot premium.
Ew.
Well, not ew, but basically, if you go into a neighborhood and, so it starts from the 350s or whatever it starts from, the 450s. And then you decide, look, I'm going to be an educated consumer. I'm going to scout this neighborhood out. So, of course, I'm going after hours because the last thing I want is a sales rep on site.
Right. You don't want to deal with
come
that.
out and jump on the hood of my car and
no.
make me buy something. So I'm going through the neighborhood, and I see these wonderful lots. They're in the back of the neighborhood. They're private. They're wooded. They back up to water. And I'm thinking, oh, my gosh, from the 400s, and I can go there.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. You can't.
No.
Yeah, and here's why you can't. What you can't is called the lot premium. And the lot premium says, look, this is a market decision for the builder. And so these nicer lots, we're going to charge more for them. Period. End of story.
Right. Well, it makes sense.
Right.
They're not all going to be the same.
And you're going to walk in there and you're going to say, I'm not paying the lot premium. And they're going to say, okay, you don't have to pay the lot premium. But if you want to put a house on that lot and you want to not pay the lot premium, then we have a problem.
Yeah.
You can do one or the other. You can own that lot or you can not pay the lot premium. But you can't do both. And so they are an unfortunate reality of the new home process. But ultimately, the house is worth more. If you have a pond front lot and somebody else has a lot that backs up to a 4-lane highway and you put the exact same house on them, let me tell you what's worth more. I bet you already know.
I think I know.
I think Jacki knows.
Is this a new game?
And so do you. No, there's no buzzer. There's no
I
fun
picked the
games.
wooded one.
No fun.
I
well
win.
done. You
okay,
win.
thank you.
Winning's important for
Okay,
Jacki.
great. I'm having a great day today.
Okay. You need to win at something.
Yep. Oh, ow.
Wow. So there is some justification for charging some type of a lot premium for certain things. So we just don't want you to get your hopes up that you drove through this neighborhood and you saw these incredible lots, and then all of a sudden you realized, oh, that one has a lot premium that can be tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars, and you're not going to talk the builder out of it.
Right. You just got to know about it.
You just got to know about it, and then you have to decide, is that of value? Because it does have real value in the real estate world in most cases. The question is, does it have value to you? And if it doesn't have value to you, then pick a lot that doesn't have a lot premium.
Right. Move on.
Move on.
Cool.
So that is one of the factors that can really drive up the price that you should know about before you get in there, so your jaw doesn't drop and you don't freak out and throw a temper tantrum about something that is actually a standard in the industry.
Right.
Temper tantrums, I mean, you can throw one. Just throw it for the right reasons, and that isn't it. We'll tell you when, and that's not it. It's not now. Stop.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Take a breath.
Right?
Do you want to play? We need to play like soothing.
Soothing.
Should we have like a so you want to bet a house relaxation soundtrack? So everyone that is about to have a tantrum while they're shopping for homes can listen to it.
So imagine peaceful bird noises.
Yeah.
You know, like tropical.
Let's make it. Yeah. You
Maybe
do the first half.
You could sing for us, Jacki.
Oh.
That wasn't the funniest thing I said all day. But.
Let's go to closing costs.
Closing costs.
Another thing that tacks on some money.
So yeah. So is the idea of we're talking about total costs, what it costs.
Mm-hmm.
You have to factor in closing costs because closing costs matter. Delaware is an inexpensive state to own real estate, and we've covered that in previous podcasts that the property taxes here are pretty low compared to most of the surrounding states. Delaware is relatively expensive for buying and selling real estate. There is a 4% transfer tax, which isn't a sales tax because we say there's no sales tax in Delaware. And so if we called it a sales tax, then we couldn't say we have no sales tax.
Right.
But we can say we have no sales tax. So it's a transfer tax.
Ta-da.
Yeah, we won't even talk about what you pay to get your car registered because we want you to buy the real estate before you find out that sales tax, which is not a sales tax because we don't have any sales tax.
Okay, breathe.
But if we did, it would be 4% on real estate. Now, typically, if you go out and you buy a used home, you buy somebody else's dream home from the past, there's a 4% tax is going to be split 2% between the buyer and the seller. But if you're going to buy your dream home and you're going to buy it as a lot home package, you're going to have the 4% transfer tax on the full sales price. Most builders, but not all builders, are going to say you have to pay all of that. Some builders might give it back to you in the form of a concession or a contribution towards closing costs. And a lot of times they tie that to a certain behavior that you have to do, meaning we'll give you money off the closing costs, but you have to use our mortgage company.
Right.
Is a very common one in real estate. And some builders split the transfer tax. But that is a question that you want to ask up front. You want to know, hey, are we splitting the transfer tax? Because that's going to be a huge part of your closing costs, which are dollars that you have to spend just like you're spending on a screen porch if you want to get in the house. If you want to buy it, you're going to have to pay these fees. And so that is an important part about closing costs. There are lender fees. Delaware uses attorneys for settlements. There are fees that you pay them. There is title insurance that you need to buy, and a bunch of little things. And then each one of these neighborhoods has some fees they tack on as well. There are initial contributions to the HOA, so the HOA has enough money. There are quarterly, monthly, or annual dues. There are setup fees to property management companies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And these are everywhere. And it's a question that you want to ask, just like you're asking, hey, are KitchenAid appliances available of your builder? Because you're going to ask that builder. Or if you listen to one of our previous podcasts, you're going to say, when do I get my custom design appointment for my kitchen? And so when the builder is telling you when that happens, and if they're saying no, you're walking out of the model.
No buildy.
No buildy. That's exactly what it says. You're also going to say, what are the fees associated with this? What am I looking at in terms
Yes.
of the total dollars.
Yeah.
That is a huge part of the cost, just like all the options and the base price. So,
Right. There's so many fees not related to the actual build.
right.
You have to do your homework on
Right.
that.
And so that is really something that you need to think about and you need to consider. And we want you to be an educated purchaser of a new house. We don't, not just how the house gets built, and we certainly love to break down all the features and methods, but even about the transaction. Because if you're looking at an $800,000 house at 4%, that is $32,000 worth of transfer tax. So if you're splitting that with the builder versus paying the whole thing, that's $16,000, which is a significant amount of money to most people. And so you're going to want to know that before you sign.
Right.
We're not saying don't buy from a builder that doesn't split the transfer tax.
Yeah.
But we are saying is know the costs up front. The last thing you want to do is you've gone through the process, you're so excited to move into your house, and all of a sudden you get this sheet from attorney that says you owe $16,000 more than you thought you did. Yeah.
That's such a bummer.
That is just, I mean, so you're at this totally exciting time of your life.
That wrecks
My
your
new
week.
house.
Ugh.
Oh, $16K more than I thought. Well, you know, that's a buzzkill.
Yeah.
Right?
A little bit.
So we want the experience. Houses are ultimately about your life and your experience. So we want to do what needs to be done to make that experience the best. And so that's, you know, education.
Wise words.
Wise words. So
That's all we got.
that's all we got. So this has been the So You Want to Build a House podcast. I'm Scott Daly.
And I'm Jacki Kowaleski.
And thank you very much for joining us today. Look forward to more things on our next episode. So You Want to Build a House is brought to you by Statera Homes. Statera Homes is a craft home builder in southern Delaware. This builder finds value in working with you to build a home that is the perfect fit for your lifestyle. Statera truly sets themselves apart from other builders in the area. To find out more, visit their website, www.staterahomes.com. That's STATERAHOMES.com. Or call their model home at area code 302-329-8881. That's 302-329-8881. Music from this podcast was by the band Defining Parallel from their recent single, Painted Lives. Thank you for listening to So You Want to Build a House. To stay updated on the most recent episodes, subscribe to this podcast on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you found it to begin with, or check out Statera Homes' website, which is again www.staterahomes.com. Thank you very much.